Hey everyone, my name is Janie Berg, and thank you for joining me today as I talk a little bit about Boohee Bag Company and my time here as the marketing manager. So at the beginning of my employment here at Boohee Bag Company, I had specific goals in mind that I wanted to accomplish while I was here. So first was that I had a budget of $5,000 that I was given every week, and I wanted to use this very wisely. I think it is so important to spend money on specific and needed aspects in the industry, such as the content that I would be posting on different platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and more, how to advertise that better, and to just gain more reach or more audience. Another goal that I had was to build Boohee Bag's brand awareness, or in other words, to get our name out there, get people to know just who we are. This can be increasing the number of followers we have, fans, and more to help grow the business, essentially. And with this, it would help us increase engagement. And engagement is very important because what that is people are interacting with us. They know who we are and they trust us. Lastly, the ultimate goal that I had was to increase the sales here at Boohee. That was the most important. So with these goals in mind, I specifically wanted to target certain platforms. These platforms being Instagram and Pinterest. I did focus a little bit on Facebook as well, but not as much. With Instagram and Pinterest, my specific goals for marketing on those platforms were to use good quality content, especially videos on Instagram. I wanted to use most of my budget specifically on Instagram and Pinterest. Another big goal that I had was to post very regularly and to use influencers. Influencers are people on Instagram that already have a huge following. People respect them, they trust them, and they love looking at their posts. So I wanted to use this to benefit Boohee Bag Company and getting our name out there. I also wanted to focus on a specific target audience or a target persona, like Daypacker Tom here. What that is someone who is really involved and who would be a perfect audience or the perfect person that would buy a Boohee bag. So Daypacker Tom here is actually about 29% of the market. He's perfect for the brand, so I wanted to focus on outdoorsy things because you can see here that his interests are hiking, backpacking, fishing, and things like that. So Boohee Bag Company is really targeted towards people like that. So I wanted to make my post specifically for people like that. So my original marketing plan for Boohee was to post at least 2 times a day to the platforms I mentioned earlier, such as Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. I wanted to gain at least 25 new followers each week, thus increasing comments by 5 each week and increasing likes by 20. The ultimate goal and plan that I had was to increase sales by 10% in the end. I wanted to focus on using frequent sales, promotions, offers that we were doing, and giveaways, which means we can give something out and they, for example, they would comment their name, and this brings lots of engagement, and I think giveaways are a great way for people to get to know just what Boohee bags are. And then another marketing plan that I had to increase those sales and followers and everything like that was to use influencers again and use other people that already had a big following to promote Boohee Bag Company. And this would help our goals and plans to become a reality. So the strategy that I had in mind was to use very good hashtags. Hashtags are effective and good if used right. This would help posts to get out there and reach more people that are the target audience for Boohee. Another was to use influencers, like I mentioned. They already have a big following, so they could help our brand grow a lot. And then the last was to use good quality content and to post very regularly. This was going to help us grow more quickly, and the quality content that's consistent will help us to get more engagement as well and to get people interacting with our social media platforms and to ultimately respect us and to retain. So you can see here Chris Ronald, who's a world famous soccer star. We used him as a brand ambassador for a while, and that helped a ton. This was great to be able to use someone with a big following. So we used him the most, and then there was other influencers that we used as well. So you might ask, what was the most effective? Well, I found that videos were very effective. These were eye-catching. You can see an example of one I have here. This got the most engagement out of all of my posts. It was a great video, and then I had a very engaging caption, which was another very important aspect of what I learned and what was the most effective. So my caption here says, "Are you more of a city person or a country? Either way, Boohee has got you covered." So it targets lots of people in this caption, but it also helps them to interact, get thinking, things like that. So another thing that I learned was posting often. I wish I would not have used influencers as much, surprisingly. Influencers were great, but they took up a lot of my budget, and so I didn't have as much money to post. I wish I would have at least posted organically, or if not, used a little bit less on influencers. So with that, with my budget, I wish we could have had a little bit more money. This would have helped a lot to increase more and to use more of my own posts as well as influencers. In the end, though, we did pretty well, a lot better than I expected. Our total revenue just on Instagram alone was $240,000, and in the very last week alone, we gained almost 9,000 followers in just 1 week. So, honestly, another thing, social media was able to help a lot in the fact that Boohee wasn't growing as much before. But with the crisis that I helped of not having as many followers, we gained and grew a lot. So this was very essential in using all of these. So thank you very much for listening and participating, and have a great day.